Just to touch on another question as well. You talked about integrated DVD. Realistically, how far is it until we start seeing Blu-rays built into Blu-ray players built into flat screen TVs? I know some manufacturers, Sharp introduced one at CES, but never brought it to market. I just wonder, why are we not seeing Blu-ray players in TVs if you can still play a DVD in a Blu-ray? So it's like a next obvious step, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think Blu-ray is a very emerging technology. You have Profile 2, you have the option to download updates through Blu-ray, through the actual Blu-ray player itself via the Ethernet port. If you built the Blu-ray player into the TV, you'd have to make yourself have an Ethernet port to make sure that Blu-ray player gets updates. There's a cost impact on there to get the TV to a certain level, and within a recession, it's just going to be very difficult for any manufacturer to do that. You have mentioned Sharp that obviously have one of their TVs with that built-in solution. This year with the LU7000, obviously it only plays back DVDs at the moment. I think it's naturally the next step for that is going to be looking towards next year, where we'll offer that particular technology. But it's important that the TV and the Blu-ray player can be updated to allow the consumer to have the latest technology within the Blu-ray player and not just the technology of the point of manufacturer, because that's what can actually happen if you start building. We're firm believers of digital integration. That to a consumer basically means by building in a DVD player or building in FreeSat HD. We had some success with building in Freeview Plus, which is the twin tuner, watch one and record another, which was built into the LT75 and PT85. We now have offer built-in DVD at 19 and 22, and I think it's not too far away. I'd say next year on selected SKUs, but it would never be across the whole range.
No.
Because just the cost impact of building in Blu-ray into a television is a real challenge, because it can make the TV look just so expensive. And what we want to offer is these technologies, but on a mass scale, and let people enjoy them. We are a premium brand, but what you'll find is with LG's pricing, the retailers always offer fantastic value on LG products. If anything, sometimes too good value for money, because it actually damages our premium perception. We offer the LH5000 at the moment. I think it's on Dixon's or Curry's at $799, 42-inch, 200 hertz product, and that just means that people think that LG have cheap TVs. I wouldn't say cheap TVs. I'd say we have good value TVs. We offer consumer great technology at a price that's affordable, and that's probably one of the reasons why our market share growth within the recession has doubled. The one thing we'll continue to deliver on is improve the technology, but also we're on a 5-10 year plan here. We want to become market number one, and to do that we need to improve the technology, but also still offer consumers such great value products and propositions. What is the general feedback in terms of the design of the S? I know you probably haven't gone close to it, but can you see that it doesn't have the bezel on the actual TV at all? And is that something that you think is an innovative technology? Do you think it's better than anything else that you've seen in terms of a TV design at the moment? Has anyone got anything to say about the actual design of the TVs, or do you just think they just look pretty?
I think they look pretty, but even I missed the beginning. I didn't know they were borderless.
Yeah. And that's the one thing that I'm concerned about, is that when we market them as borderless, from here they look exactly the same as a conventional TV, unless you get close to it and really, you actually then realise that it's just one single seamless pane of glass across the front. The other benefits of that borderless design is that it's a non-scratch and reflection and glare when you're actually watching television. So LCD technology, if you had a long fingernail, if you've got kids at home, etc., if you run your finger down, you can actually cause scratches on plasma and LCD, whereas it's got an extra 6 or 7 layers of really thin coating on top of the TV. So it's not damage proof. I mean, let's be honest. If you're going to break the TV, you'll still be able to do it. But it's a different technology software that's enabled us to be able to have that non-scratch effect, which is obviously great for families and kids that are hanging around as well. In terms of the reflections, we've also got quite a bright light above it here. I mean, from my angle that I'm currently watching, I don't have any reflections off it. Plasma, you're always going to get a few more reflections because of the glass technology. Whereas LED versus plasma, obviously you're going to get less reflections and less glare. But you're right, in terms of the more layers we put on there, you are going to risk having that reflection and glare. But I think we've done a pretty good job of minimising the reflection and glare, but also enabled to offer that borderless concept. But what we wanted to do today is obviously to showcase them to you. This is what will be available. These are the technologies that we do offer. And there's a variety of different unique selling features that we do offer. But the power consumption one is a real topical one at the moment because of the recession. People are spending more money on their gas and electricity anyway. If we can try and keep their bills down by a certain percentage by offering these technologies, then hopefully we can do so.
George, when you mentioned you said the wireless HD and the wireless broadband, you said the near future.
Yeah.
Can you be more specific about that or not?
Yeah, well, sure.
Just an 8500.
I might die in the near future. That could be in an hour, or it could be before Christmas. Do you reckon this side of Christmas or not, or next year?
Next year.
Next year, fine.
Both of those will be next year. I've seen the demonstration of broadband TV about a couple of weeks ago at LG, where we witnessed it. There's also very innovative ways of how the consumer controls the TV as well. That will be, instead of the conventional remote control, there'll be some very interesting innovation on that for next year as well. Martin, I didn't say that. And next year, so we'll have wireless and we'll have wireless HD and we'll also have broadband.
Yeah.
We'll have wireless before broadband because of the broadband companies of the UK, a little bit more, not a bit more complicated for us to deal with, rather than the wireless HD is almost an LG technology. Whereas broadband, obviously, we need to incorporate someone else's technology within the actual television. But the one thing that we will deliver for the consumer is entertainment in the home, which is, I'm hoping that everyone agrees that this is proper entertainment in the home, but obviously on a borderless or seamless pane.